This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Gibson versus Brown. You've been together 3 years, but thoughts of him cheating have thrown your relationship into turmoil and brought you to our court.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you tell me why you are here specifically?
Well, I'm here because I think that Jonathan is cheating on me. I did leave. I was dating women before.
Oh.
For about
Okay.
9 years, and I left, women to basically be with him. I feel like he's not giving me as much attention as he did before, so it's just becoming a problem for me.
All right. Well, Mr. Brown, this woman.
How are you not paying attention to this beautiful woman?
Your Honor, listen, so I'm here to tell her the truth, show her the truth. She's out of her mind, everything. I'm sick of the allegations. She always accusing me. She wants to go through my phone. She has my passwords. She always wants to try to smell my private parts. She act like she always act like she say, oh, when I come home, she's like, oh, she wants to give me oral, but then slick, she's really trying to smell me, trying to see where I've been. I'm like,
Okay,
yo.
are you a sniffer? I just need to know. Are you a sniffer?
I mean, he's my boyfriend, so all of that is mine. I can do what I want to do.
So
Look, name it and claim it.
But here's the thing. Do you sniff him to see if he's been cheating? And that is a yes or no question.
Yes, I do.
So you are a sniffer?
Yes, I am.
Oh, my goodness, color sniffers in the house. I know that before the sniffing days came upon us, there were happy times.
Yes.
Tell me about how you two met.
And I started working this job, and Jonathan was pretty much like my supervisor. And, at first we were friends. I was in a really bad relationship, and Jonathan, he was a really good friend to me. He was always giving me good advice. And then we started having sex. There's no bridge between. No, that's.
So you are just like, he's a good friend, let's do this.
Yes.
All right. So as she said, at my job, I was the trainer / supervisor, so I was like, okay, I might want to pursue. I want to see what she really tough, what she say she is, because she say she don't like dudes. So I'm like, okay.
Oh, so the challenge was, you thought you had the power.
She threw some challenge at me. She said, I don't like dudes. Dudes is nasty. I've been with girls for 8 years, blah, blah, blah.
And you knew you had it going on at that point in life,
I had the haircut, I had the car, you know what I mean? She was all...
So now we got a picture, Mr. Colors. She's telling him, I don't even like dudes. I don't like your type. But I like your type. And then he's like, oh, challenge,
I know I got it going on. Watch me work.
Watch me work.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively. And then y'all got together.
Right.
No, we didn't get together. We was just having sex. We wasn't like.
Well, that's together. You can't get more together than that.
We wasn't in a relationship at first.
I'm not saying you had a relationship.
Yes.
I'm just saying y'all got together.
Yes, we was having meetings.
Is that code for something else?
Yes,
Yeah.
we was having sex in the car.
Okay, so
At work?
what does
At
that look
work?
like?
Yes,
Wait a minute.
Okay, so
Woo-wee.
we used to be at work.
Uh-huh.
And Jonathan would get off at 6, and I was supposed to get off at 8. But I would clock out and go downstairs, and we would, push the seats back and have sex in the car.
But you know what, Color? Okay. She's a great employee because she timed out before
Thank
she
you.
did. I just want
Now, his seat is always back in his car, and that's a problem for me. I just feel like it's too many things.
You're uncomfortable because you think he's now pushing that seat back for
Yes, I
somebody
can
else.
show you. You want me to show you?
Yes, ma'am.
I got a paper to show you.
That, document.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, I want to give you an example.
Okay, can you step over to the monitor
Yes,
as
ma'am.
well? And tell us what we're looking at.
So on this picture, it's a picture of Jonathan's car.
Yeah.
And what we would do is push the seat all the way back like it's pushed now.
Uh-huh.
Jonathan would be here in a space on his knees.
This girl, man.
Okay? I would be here.
Yeah.
And we get to,
meeting.
Get busy.
Yes, get busy.
Get busy.
So this is the proof. I just don't understand why would his chair always be back this way. He says that, he washes his car, But I'm pretty sure if you wash your car, wouldn't you put it back?
This is something you started to see recently.
Yes.
And so you think, okay, this means he's doing what he did with me.
Yes, Your Honor.
And it ain't you he's doing it with.
That is correct.
All right.
Thank you.
Mr. Brown, given your illustrious history.
All right, so this is how it goes. Like I told you, I'm a car dude, you know? I'm always cleaning my car out, so I vacuum out. And when I get to the front, I push the seats back. I get everything. I should get all the crevices. I don't want no crumbs.
It is a clean car.
It's a clean car. You can see the lines in the carpet right there. You see the lines. So push the back to vacuum it. But I don't think to push it back forward because I don't sit in that seat. But when I get in the driver's seat, I'm going to adjust the seat back because why? I need to drive.
Are you pushing the seat back not just to clean, but to also meet?
Yeah.
No, there's no meetings happening in my car. No.
Because it sounds like, to me, that you in the driver's seat on the passenger side. What other evidence have you seen?
Okay, so like I said earlier, you know, Jonathan, he doesn't give me as much attention as he used to. So he would come home and go straight in the room, like not greet me, you know. So eventually I started following him to his bedroom. He wants to go and change his clothes. One time, you know, I followed him and I noticed that his underwear was inside out. Okay, when we used to have the meetings in the car, Jonathan take off everything.
Wow.
So I'm thinking he's doing the same thing now, and he just accidentally, you know, put his underwear inside out.
No.
Why in the world would you put your underwear on inside out?
Listen, I've been doing this since I was a child. All I buy is a certain type of underwear, tagless, right? As long as it's not backwards, it don't bother me. So I may take a bath.
Doesn't men underwear have an interesting little pouch to hold, you know, your man
Right,
parts?
as long as the pouch is in the front,
yeah.
it doesn't matter if it's inside out.
But doesn't it flip a certain way?
You know a lot about men's underwear. Let's talk about this. She's got to die. But doesn't it flip a certain way? Doesn't it fit?
I got you and 3 sons worth of underwear I have taken care of for 30 years. Now, I don't know all the ins and outs.
It sounds like you do.
Well, you know I don't, because I'm asking him, doesn't the door open a certain way? It doesn't swing both ways,
No, it's both ways.
So, Ms. Gibson, you're saying this is just something you just noticed recently.
Yes, I just don't understand why would his underwear be inside out.
Is there anyone in particular that you're concerned about?
Yes, so we have a mutual friend. So I ended up getting, you know, fired from the job that we were working at.
Your manager fired you?
Yes, I got fired.
I can't imagine
He
why.
fired you?
Oh, no.
No, he didn't fire me.
Oh,
but
okay. I was
ended
about to
up
say,
getting-
woo!
You know.
I was like, Mr. Color fired me, it'd be on.
No.
You hear me?
So you got fired from a job that you were constantly clocking out early at.
No, I didn't get, no. As soon as I left the job, he made new friends, which I don't have a problem with because I'm a very friendly person. So one day we got invited to go bowling. So we go to the bowling alley. And when I walked in, you know, Jonathan said, hey, everybody, this is my girlfriend. Everybody was, you know, excited to meet me. So Jonathan sits down and I go sit on one side of his lap and this mutual friend of ours, she sat on the other side.
He got 2 women on his lap.
Yes. So, you know, at first, I didn't say anything because I didn't want to embarrass him.
So you didn't clock her?
No, I didn't say anything. I just feel like they're too comfortable.
Exactly.
Your thing is, why does this woman feel comfortable enough to plop herself on your lap?
She's a coworker, right? I mean, a friend.
Color?
Because it sounds innocent to me. I mean, coworkers just being playful.
Not.
But what I'm hearing from you.
Let me just say, if somebody gets on your lap with me, it's gonna be on.
She's too comfortable.
Has anything else happened with this specific woman?
Yes. So we go to a house party, and this same mutual friend, she had been drinking, and her breast popped out of her shirt. Instead of Jonathan saying, oh, you know, fix your shirt, he pops them back in her shirt for her. So,
all right, show me what that looked like. He did. How'd he do?
They popped out. And he grabs her shirt and pops them back in.
So does he do this to him?
No,
Or grab the shirt?
I did not touch her.
His thumb
I grabbed the
still
shirt.
touched her breast, so he grabbed her shirt and he
pulled her
it
back over.
Yes.
Did you pop this woman's breast back
I
in her
did.
shirt?
And can I explain why? The girl walks over and her breast pop out. I'm like, yo, put your breast up instantly. I should have told her to fix it. I can attest to that. That was wrong. But instantly, I'm like, yo, these dudes in here, like, just fix yourself.
You've got a level of comfortability with that woman that you shouldn't have. Did I nail it? I nailed it? Okay. That's what the problem is.
All right, Ms. Gibson, is there anyone or anything else that you're concerned about?
Yes.
All right, tell me about it.
So it was one time I was at my apartment and one of my friends was at my apartment. I'm a very honest person. So Jonathan came over and my friend was in my bedroom. So I said, oh, get out because I want to have sex with my boyfriend. So as she got up to walk out, Jonathan says, oh, you don't have to get out. You could just watch.
That is not what I said. That's clearly not what I said.
Hold on, Mr. Brown.
And what did she say?
Okay.
All right, did she stay?
Yeah, so she stayed and we let her watch us have sex. But like the whole time, she wasn't watching me. She was watching Jonathan. She was like dazed.
How do you know?
Right.
Because I was looking at her and she was looking at him.
She looking dead.
So while you're having sex with him, you're looking at her, looking at him.
Yes, I glazed over her and she was looking at him.
Let's get it right.
Okay, tell
The
me
truth.
what happened from
The
your
truth.
eyeball.
Okay, so she right. That day we were together. All three of us was in the apartment. She told her. I was like, okay. She's like, I want to have sex with my man. Get out. And I was like, I don't care. I never told a girl you can stay. If she was there or not there, I don't find her attractive.
You know what? Honestly,
I'm like,
But it doesn't bother you to have somebody eyeballing you during
hey,
this?
we was experimenting. Hey,
No.
we had just got together. I'm just like, hey, you want to do it? We
I
can try
really
it.
feel like because she was watching Jonathan, he really did. He put in work that day. He was showing out. Honestly.
Hey, wait a minute.
You think he was auditioning.
Yeah.
He's showing off for her like, this is what it's going to be like with you.
He
was showing out, so she would be like, oh, I need to get some of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this
So-
girl does. Okay.
My ears are ringing. I think we have heard enough testimony.
For a lifetime.
Because here's what it looks like. And I got to say, it's not looking pretty. If you find out that all of this is true, your relationship is over.
Yes.
You're done.
Yeah.
And because of this, the court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court would like to call certified polygraph examiner, licensed private investigator, and former special agent to the FBI, Kendall Shull, to determine, is he cheating?
Kendall Shull.
Good day, Mr. Shull. How are you?
Your Honor. Fine, how are you?
I'm good. You did a polygraph examination of Mr. Brown, is that correct?
I did, Your Honor.
All right. You asked Mr. Brown, have you ever had physical sexual contact with the co-worker in question? What was his response?
He said no.
You look nervous. You ready?
Not at all.
All right. What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
Mr. Brown was asked, have you ever had any physical sexual contact with a woman who watched you and Ms. Gibson have sex? What was his response?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful, Your Honor.
How you feeling, Mr. Brown?
I feel like I won.
We still have one more question.
All right. I'm here for it.
Are you ready?
I ain't going nowhere.
All right.
All right.
Mr. Brown was asked, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than Ms. Gibson since January 2016? What was his response to that question?
He said no, Your Honor.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being deceptive.
No.
Mr. Brown?
Not true.
Well, Mr. Brown, you can't pick and choose which questions you accept. Ms. Gibson, what's going through your mind right now? I see the tears in your eyes.
I can't. It's just hard for me to believe it. Because, like, he was there for me at my lowest point in my life. He gave me an ultimatum, you know, like in the beginning, he surprised me and he took me on a cruise and he basically told me if I didn't leave the person that I was with, that he couldn't be with me. He's truly a good person, and it's just hard for me to just even believe that he would cheat on me.
When you see the hurt on her face, what does that make you feel like?
I do nothing without her. I don't have time to cheat. I don't want to cheat. I have no time to live double lives. I have no time to keep up with 2 lives at once. I don't have time for it.
Here's what I would say to you. It's clear that you love him. People can move past anything that they want to move past. I don't encourage anybody to break up a relationship, but particularly when people seem to really care. And if your heart of hearts says, I don't know, but I do know I love him, y'all walk out of this courtroom together and figure it out. Because at the end of the day, it's a lovely thing to wake up to somebody you love.
And who loves you?
Miss Evans, you believed that you had met the perfect Southern gentleman and were considering marriage, but now all of that is in question. Would you share with the court what is at stake today?
Yes, Your Honor. What's at stake today is my relationship. I've been in this relationship and I'm just not sure about some things. So what I'm looking for is a marriage and I'm looking for commitment. And I'm not willing to waste my time. So I'm here today to get answers and that's what I would like.
All right. You want to know, is this the one?
That's correct. I want to make sure.
And if he's the one, you ready to do this thing?
That's right.
All right.
And you're
All
not
right.
sure he's the one because you think what?
That he could be cheating on me, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Jones.
Yes, sir.
She says she thinks you might be the one,
Yes, sir.
but she needs to find out if you're cheating on her.
She is the one?
Yes, ma'am. I believe she is.
Is she the only one?
She's the only one.
All right.
And are you the one?
Yes, sir. I am the
You're
one.
the one.
Yes, sir.
And she's your one and only.
She's my one and only.
Okay. Well, if you thought he was a Southern gentleman, what did he do to make you think that when you met him?
When I first met Dale, we were at a barbecue. So we were at like a family gathering or whatever with some mutual friends. And so I seen Dale come in, but I didn't know it was him at that time.
Uh-huh.
So when I seen him, I said, ooh, who is that? He is fine. But
You see how she did that? I mean, look, not just the neck, the whole body moved.
Yeah.
Who is that? He's
Look.
fine. Right, so when we did finally hook up, they introduced us or whatever, and from that moment, we've been inseparable. We dated for about 2 months, and then we moved in together.
Okay.
Or whatever, so that's how quick it was. Like, I was infatuated by him.
She was like, ooh, look at that. And then that was the one. They were trying to, I know that was like, what?
No, it wasn't just, ooh, look at that. It was, ooh, look at that. You gotta get the shoulders into it. Come on, do it with it. Come on. Get the shoulders
come
with
on,
it.
man.
Yeah. I mean, she did the shoulders like, ooh, look at that.
You are very taken with that part.
It is, because it reminds me of.
I don't know. What does that remind you of?
My memory of when we first met was you looked at me and you were like, ooh, look at that. Now.
Are you saying that?
Now, it's been a number of years. Maybe my memory's a little fuzzy, maybe it's a little colored, but in my mind, the way I see it, the way I remember it.
That's what I did when I saw you?
Yeah, it was like, ooh,
Did you
look at
see
that.
me do that, or did I tell you that?
In my mind, look, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, you had a cute thing working, but I don't know if it was all the shoulders into it or not. I'm not sure about that. I'm just not sure about that.
Agree to disagree.
Okay, that's where we are.
All right, Mr. Jones.
Yes, sir.
When you first saw Miss Evans, did you, ooh, look at that. Did you do that?
Yes, sir. Well, when I first met her, it was like, this too perfect, you know?
Uh-huh.
And it was just like everything was clicking. It like we were laughing, we were getting along. And then the actual sexual part came about, and man.
All right.
All right.
Woo!
was a
Wait a minute,
done
I
deal.
done got a
actually-
sweat on, wouldn't it? Wait.
I ready to propose that night.
You were,
See?
All right,
That
Miss
night right there, I
Evans.
ready. I feel like I ready.
See, that look on his face when he went, boy, it was wild. I mean, that's the equivalent of the shoulder thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're the shoulder
A little bit
thing.
more than a shoulder there.
There you go.
Woo,
I
okay.
ain't mad at you.
Yes, sir.
So you got this perfect relationship, everything's going fine, but then things weren't going fine. What was the first red flag that you saw?
one night we were cooking, and Dale was in the kitchen, and I was in the living room.
Okay.
And so the phone is going off, just beeping and beeping and beeping. So I'm really not paying no attention or whatever because I'm out of
Your phone or his phone?
Dale's phone.
His
Going
phone.
off.
Okay.
Okay.
And something's like, look at the phone. You know how women intuition goes?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So I look at the phone, and once I start scrolling down, I start seeing text messages. And so one was like, I can't wait to see you tonight. Then I scroll down a little bit further, and I see a nude picture in the phone. So I'm like, really? So at this point, I'm off the couch, I'm in the kitchen, and I'm in Dale's face. And I'm like, what is this and what is going on?
And you submitted the text and the photos to the court, correct?
Yes, I did submit it to the court.
Okay, this is your recollection of what you saw.
Yes, that's correct.
All right, and then you scroll a little bit on the phone and you find the pictures.
Yes.
All right.
Mr. Jones, why are you getting naked photos?
Well, the naked photo came from Facebook. A girl, she take twerk videos and she take pictures. If you like the picture or you comment on the picture, she send pictures to your inbox.
Sounds like a block needs to be put on.
But anyway, I was entertaining the Facebook and entertaining the pictures. I saved the picture from my phone and sent it to my homeboy phone to show him because we had the same girl.
What?
We ended up getting a picture of the same girl. So I sent the picture to him to show him I had the girl too in my phone too. You know, she sent me a picture too.
Okay, so this woman that you have a picture of, who sent you these inappropriate pictures,
Yes.
she twerks online for folk?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's not, you're saying she doesn't just twerk for you, she twerks
No,
for
she
anybody
twerk
who
for
shows
everybody.
up.
Whoever
Okay.
liked the picture, she twerking.
And so, and she twerk for you, she twerk for your friends.
Yeah, she twerking for everybody. She'll twerk for you too, Your Honor, if you know.
Mr. Jones, she will not twerk for Judge Cutler.
I'm just checking.
She will not be doing that. And let me just say,
Well, she ain't twerking for me no more.
if there's gonna be any twerking he sees, it's gonna be me twerking.
Okay. That's right, Your Honor.
Oh, wait, bet.
Bet.
He's like, bet.
Bet. Drop it like it's hot
Okay.
and pick it back up again.
All right, Mr. Cutler.
But
All right.
at the end of the day, it was a move that I don't plan on making again.
All right. Have you found anything else to make those sirens go off?
Yes, I have, Your Honor. Now, me and Dale, we share a car. I reached down on the floor and I found a box of condoms on my floor in the car. Now, not only do I find a box of condoms, it's a box of condoms, the condom box is open, and it's a condom missing. So, yeah, needless to say, that's a big siren and a big red flag.
Do you all use condoms?
No, we don't use condoms at all.
Mr. Jones. Woo, 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 woo. That's the big siren going off right there.
Yeah, that's a big siren, but it's a couple of explanations for that.
Yeah, I can think of a couple of explanations, and so can Miss Evans.
That's right.
That's why you're standing right there. She's got an explanation
Yeah.
for it.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir.
I want to hear what your explanation is.
Well, a few months back, I went to this AIDS awareness testing. They give everybody condoms
Okay.
for protection. So that day there, that's where I got the condoms from that day.
It was so nice of them to give you a box of open condoms.
No.
Okay, right.
It was so generous of them.
It wasn't even a box of condoms. I don't know, that's why I'm saying it could have been a couple of things, Your Honor, because I didn't even receive a box.
I seen a box of condoms.
I received a pack of condoms.
That was open.
So I
with
never,
two, and it was supposed to be
I
three.
never had a
Honest.
box of condoms.
Well, okay,
I
whether
had
it
a
was a
whole pack of
box,
condoms.
whether it was a
A
pack or
pack, I
whatever,
didn't see that.
the key thing that you're kind of skipping over is one was missing,
Yes, sir.
and you all don't use them. So who did you use that condom with?
My nephew came and borrowed my car. He could have had the condoms in there.
But doesn't that sound just like just one step above the dog ate my homework?
Just a step above.
Yeah.
But you know what? Here's the thing. If he's a young man, I presume he's a young man.
Yes, ma'am.
It's possible. It's possible.
He likes to have sex in the car too, Your Honor. So that's another reason that makes me.
Wait.
And you know this
How
personally?
do you know that?
Yes, I do know this personally.
Okay.
Oh, yeah?
So the fact that you found condoms in your car, I mean, that immediately made your sirens go off again.
That's correct. Sirens, woo, 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 woo. Big
Yeah.
sirens going off. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a lot of maybes, a lot of probablys. I mean, there's no real direct explanation.
I understand. But I want to go and find out what else you've tried to do as a private investigator to see if he's cheating.
So this particular night, Dale was supposed to be working.
Okay.
And I drove by Dale's job. And when I drove by Dale's job, of course, I didn't see the car. The car's not there, so I had been calling and calling and calling. So about an hour later, I get a phone call from Dale, and he's all frantic, like, oh my God, hey, babe, I see you been calling me. Is everything okay? No, everything's not okay. Because for one, I've drove by your job, you're not there. And then for two, you're not answering the phone. So he claimed that he was at work or whatever, but I'm not sure. Just another lame excuse to me because when I looked for myself, he wasn't there.
Oh, you submitted a picture?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Okay, what are we looking at?
Okay, what we're looking at is the parking lot of his job. The circle right there in the middle, that's where the car should have been parked at.
All right, Mr. Jones, where were you?
Well, I never was completely honest to her about where my car was at the time, but my nephew had my car.
Let me look. Nope, it doesn't say you were born last night. Well, why would you be untruthful if your family...
Because I was really sorry to cut you off, man. I was really pretty much tired of going through the trust issues and the questioning every other day about what I'm doing, what's this, what's that, what's this. So I was at that point, I was kind of fed up with the explaining so I was like, just think what you want to think. I'm tired, I mean...
Okay, so she confronts you about your car not being at the job.
Yeah.
What do you say in response? That your nephew had the car?
I didn't say nothing at that time. You mean now?
No, what did you tell her at the time?
Nothing, I just hung up the phone. I was tired of dealing with the trust issues. Like, you done came to my job, really?
So the first time you're hearing about his nephew had the car is today?
Yes.
And so is that another sign for you?
That is another sign for me. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it. I want to know what's really going on. I really do love Dale, but I just really want to know what's going on.
So, Mr. Jones, you're sticking with your story that this is all a misunderstanding.
Yes, sir.
A series of misunderstandings and just unfortunate coincidences.
I probably won't even say a misunderstanding. I would say more of just a distrust issue. I mean, it's like blown out of proportion more than what it is today.
So do you think this is something that she just wants to see these things, so she's seeing them?
I think so.
That's what you think?
I think it's like something that's ongoing. That
My time is valuable, and I don't have time to waste my time.
Like
my time is really valuable, and I don't have time to waste my time. Okay. I'm looking for marriage. I want to be married. I want a family. That's what I want.
Well, Mr. Cutler, we're at the point we're going to find out, is he a Southern gentleman or a Southern cheater? We have done a full investigation. At this time, the court would like to call forensic voice analyst Guy Wolf and licensed certified polygraph examiner Dave Lawrence to determine, is he cheating? So, Mr. Wolf, you performed a forensic voice analysis on Mr. Jones, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Lawrence, you completed a polygraph examination of Mr. Jones, is that correct?
That's correct, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Wolf, let's take a look at the first question you asked.
Yes, ma'am.
Since the beginning of your relationship with Miss Evans, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than her?
No.
What did the forensic voice analysis determine?
The voice analysis determined that he was being deceptive, Your Honor.
Mr. Lawrence, you asked the identical question.
Yes, ma'am.
What was his response?
He said no.
What did the polygraph exam determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being deceptive.
Mr. Jones, you can't blame this one on the nephew. Who were you with and why?
I haven't been with nobody.
All right. It's gonna be that party, Mr. Cutler.
Mr. Wolf, let's take a look at the second question that was asked of Mr. Jones.
Were the condoms Miss Evans found in your car used by you for sexual intercourse with another woman?
No.
What did the forensic voice analysis determine?
The voice analysis determined that he was being deceptive, Your Honor.
And Mr. Lawrence, you asked the identical question, correct?
That's correct.
What was his response to that question?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being deceptive.
Mr. Jones, it's time to come clean. Who were you with and why?
I mean, the only person I can think of is my ex.
All right. You have been with your ex since you've been in the relationship with Miss Evans.
Yes.
More than once.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, Miss Evans, you need to give him the truth about where this relationship is going.
Well, Dale, I mean, I don't know. I don't think I want to continue this right now. Unless you can show something different, I'm good.